Still in the epoxy. Yeah, I was watching a fancy making stuff out of epoxy video. Oh, how's everybody doing? I didn't have to go to the store for more beer. I had to go to the inside fridge to get my beer to bring to the outside fridge. That was fun. I like that. I should do that on more videos. Just plan them for before the show so that I'm already out here and we can make fun of that guy while we're waiting to make fun of this guy. Did I get the truck fixed? Well, yeah. I mean, I fixed it. I took it apart a couple of times, put it back together a couple of times, and then I just kind of cranked through whatever it was that was the problem. So it's functioning again. Well, but tonight's the first one of the month, so we're just supposed to sit and hang out and have drinks and chat but we might as well finish the little one that we started last week. And then yeah, and then we'll hang out. Well, we'll hang out for a bit first actually. I like the premiere thing. You guys like the premiere thing? That's the first one I've ever done. It's rare. I've never watched one of my videos with other people. Oh, Mike, not Chris. Yeah, it was guy with sunglasses. Yeah, it's like I finally get a chance to make fun of me while you guys are. Oh, how's everybody's week? Everybody doing cool? Everybody doing smooth? Everybody making anything? Kapla, how's the shop coming? The intro was a little weird. A little like spaceship looking sci-fi animation thing. I got lots of guitars and bodies. Yeah, Mr. Waldrop's video, well, what's his face's video of Paul's guitar went out last Friday, and he just immediately sold out of all of his stock of guitars and bodies and stuff, which is awesome. But yeah, still haven't turned a thing on your lathe yet. You get to it eventually, man. It'll still be there when you go back to it. Everybody's stuff made it in the mail. Nope, lied. Almost everybody's stuff made it in the mail this week. Misfits pen didn't make it in the mail. But Waldrop's custom grit, Pinnell's custom grit, Megan's box of things, Beckham's pen all made it in the mail this week. For some reason, I didn't have Misfits pen with the rest of the boxes and packages of stuff when I went to the store to send the stuff. I don't know. It didn't make it from this spot to the truck when I was packing stuff up. he makes nicer pens than the one that he's getting from me anyway. So I don't. Did they let me back into Shoppers? Yeah, I went to the other one. And I'm not banned from that Shoppers, okay? We had a disagreement. It was polite. I'm gonna start my 4-year-old into turning pens. Sure. So you're doing it safe. Why not? 4 might be a little early, but you're a better judge of your child than I would ever be. Daryl Brown is keeping your guitar instead of donating it. Why doesn't? Well, because he wants to keep it, but I would like he should auction it or something for charity. Somebody messed with me. No, we had a disagreement over The Canadian free shipping Tuesdays situation. I meant when he was ready to start. Yeah. Yeah, that's four. I was thinking 4 might be a little. I have seen people have like help their like 8, 9-year-old kids make pens on the lathe. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, we got. Speaking of packages, let's do an unboxing. Because Mr. Waldrop's here, in fact, and he has sent me another box of stuff. I don't know why the rest of you guys don't send me stuff. Where's Scott? Scott is off fishing. Scott has decided to go off gallivanting on the ocean. Lily's back! Lily! It's been so long, I missed you so much. He's fishing on a kayak? He's going kayak fishing? That's cool. Lily, we have to talk about whatever I did that made you go away. Because I won't do it ever again. Well, I'll try not to. Depends on what it was. Look at this. Okay. So Paul sent me like a whole ton of pen blanks. Stabilized stuff. I know. Like, are we fighting? Do I need to apologize? Oh, school. You're just busy at school. What are you taking to school? This is cedar, I think. Some stabilized stuff. I'm not going to go through this whole box. We're not fighting. Okay, good. I was worried that we were fighting. Because, like, your whole family's been MIA. And I was like, did I offend the Atkins Whites? We got a whole ton of various kinds of cedar. That's cool. Bunch of various types of cedar blanks. So those are going to make my shop smell good. And then a whole ton more stabilized. Oh, geez, that one's going to fly apart for sure. Nice. Oh, blue. Got blue. That's going to look rad. On some gunmetal or something. Bright red. Sweet. Thanks, Paul. And we got some little guys for like Maple Leafs and Virage pens, and we got some full size ones for some slim lines, and we got yeah, right on. Not at all. Life opened up and we've been gallivanting. Oh, okay. Well, as long as it's for good reason, like gallivanting, and not for like, you know, I said something and it was like offensive, or I don't know. Like I don't know. People are allowed to come and go. I just, like, it worries me. You guys were, like, so dedicated to the show, and then just all of a sudden just dropped off the... You send me a message or something next time, man. It's good. Welcome back. We missed you. Started paddleboarding. Sweet. Been waiting for another cedar anything. We make a cedar pen one of these weeks. Missed the show. It's Lily's fault. You know, you don't get to blame Lily. Is cedar going to be okay for a pen? Cedar's pretty soft. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, Megan's waiting for cedar stuff. I've got some cedar too. And we'll make you up a cedar pen, maybe a cedar bottle stopper. She fell asleep. Is she though? Or are you just making fun of her? Oh. So yeah, if you missed the show last week, we had a chuck situation. We couldn't finish the bowl that we started. So we're going to do that. And then I think we'll just chill. I was thinking that we might as well, since that shouldn't take very long, we might throw something else up on the lathe too. But I had a really productive week. Not so much in terms of making stuff. I did get all those 30 slimline blanks made up and prepped and into the state that we need them in. Finish that up. But in terms of like productive week, I edited 3 videos. That epoxy one that we just premiered, the bottle stoppers video, and I re-edited my Gnome video from last year that got copyright problemed. So I'm gonna launch that one. Maybe we'll do a premiere on that one next week. Just want to do a premiere on the Gnomes before the show next week. The re-edit of the Gnome video. Premiere that before the live show next week. Did markets start yet? There have been a couple of markets that have started, but I work Saturdays at the job, so I can't. I booked one off for like the big major extravaganza market in the region at the end of November, the November 27. But I can't really book every Saturday off to do markets for like 4 weeks in a row. And all of our markets in and around town are like either Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday. But yeah, there was one today at the Eagles Hall. I think next weekend is the Lions Hall. And then the weekend after that is the big one at the Sportsplex that I'm in. And there's probably some others. Judo Club usually does a good one. No music to start it though. Yeah, that was a little odd. The little sci-fi like spaceship animation thing. But you have to pick one when you're setting up your premiere. It's like you have to pick like a thing that starts your video, like the waiting music or whatever. And I picked the one that seemed least stupid. But I thought it was just going to be like my picture of me with my stuff and then like the music in the background. But it's actually like a weird animation. What kind of copyright problems? Well, I used common license music in my video, but somebody still claimed that it was theirs, and I disputed it, and the dispute didn't go through. So basically, everybody that watched that video ended up giving that guy money instead of me, and I want my 70 cents. I don't want him to have my 70 cents. Actually, that video was doing really well. Like 10,000 views on that video that I got nothing for. So I took it down and re-edited it, and I'm going to put it back up. Anyone around Kentucky knows a good place to get wood from. I will let other Americans deal with that because I don't know anything about Kentucky. Let's get the inside of this little mini swamp ash bowl out, and then we can relax and enjoy each other's company. I would say from trees. Chuck is operational. I am totally not ready for the. I'm going to take my laptop inside so it's not getting all dusty. Maybe we'll bring it back out later to look up words of songs that I don't know and just try to play them. Then again, maybe not. Watch the chuck quit working again. It better not, man. I'm gonna be. There we go. That's better, right? Oh, you guys are higher than usual. What was wrong with it? I think it just had like a shaving or something in the mechanism, that part, and it got jammed up, and I couldn't get it small enough to get into the recess, and it wouldn't open as wide as it. Yeah, it was. But we're back in action. Is that a decent view? You guys are definitely higher than you usually are. Is that okay? I make sure my heater's off because it's that time of year where sometimes I turn my heater on. Yep. And I gotta remember to turn it off so I don't blow breaker. Okay. Little swamp ash dish thing with some flaming. Get it finished up and we'll relax. Let's see. Let's see whereabouts we're at here. Uh-oh. Of course, I don't have my ruler. It's got to be around someplace though, doesn't it? All right. Just take the one out of my combo square, I guess. We can go an inch and 5/8 or so deep. Stop before that. And we are already over an inch. I definitely want to stop before that. Do a few more swipes. We'll crank this right up. Middle gear on the 1216 is 1750. That's where we're at. I'm gonna have to move you guys back because I want to swing past you. Not sure if that's gonna get past you. Yeah, it should. If I knock you over, my apologies. That was a couple of significant cuts. We're now at about 1 and 3/8, so we got another ½ inch, maybe. That doesn't seem right at all. Yeah, I got some room to play down there. I did pre-apologize for that. I did say that might happen, didn't I? Let me just... There's... Okay, maybe there. This show, man. Those are nice, big, deep cuts. You guys okay? That's getting pretty close to where we want to be. And do a couple more. Just knocked my tooth out. Yeah, you guys went for a good tumble. Usually I like at least catch you like on the way down, but that time, no, you went all the way. This thing's actually pretty deep for like a little 5-incher. Like it's kind of, it feels weird because it looks like I'm super deep, but I'm actually not. But I am in relation to the size of the thing. Okay, that's enough. That's enough for right now. Let's do some walls. Bring you guys back in a little bit. We'll get the round tip easy wood guy. Thin out those walls a little bit and we'll see where we're at. I think that might be it there. That last one might have done it. I think we can go a little deeper though. I think we can go a little deeper. I don't think we need to, but we definitely can. So let's. Okay, let's stop there though. Loud noises for a sec. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It'll have a little bit of heft to it for a little bowl, but it's graceful. Some of this, some of this, some of this, some of this, some of this. One of these. Loud noises again in a second. Just about done. That's what I say. That's what I say about me. Yeah, a little beefy, but still grateful or graceful. Like a manatee ballerina. What? All right. Loud noises. Like a manatee ballerina. I made it weird. Yeah, sorry about that. Might be having a sandpaper selection problem again. Got the cheap garbage Amazon ones now because failed to stock properly. Got high grits. I just don't have. That was 120. We'll do a 180. Then we'll do. Damn. Then we'll do a 240 with this stuff. We'll do a 240 and a 320. And we might just call it there. And then slurry sand with like 400 or something. Loud noises again. There we go, 320, and then we'll oil it. I keep thinking there's a big strip of tear out because there's like can you see that ring in there? But it's totally this stripe of light, like flaming, that makes it look, when it's spinning, like there's a big string of tear out in there. There we go. Let's just do, we'll just take this piece of 600 mesh. We'll just douse this thing with custom liquid wax. That is what we will do. Turn it down. Go nice and slow. Ever use Scotch Brite pads? I have some. I don't know why I have some or what I was planning on doing with them, but I do have some. Drive that nice and deep. And then we will do a quick hit with the non-liquid custom wax. And we'll be done. Yay! Done a bowl 35 minutes into the show. I swear, if we always just do the first half of a bowl in one show, we can finish a bowl the next show really quick. Well, relatively speaking, I suppose. This is going to be a nice little thing for somebody. Somebody is going to enjoy this. Flamed swamp ash. I mean, if you don't like to eat very much cereal at a sitting, I guess it could be a cereal bowl. I like to eat like a salad bowl worth of cereal when I'm sitting down and having cereal. Yeah, swamp ash. Grow up. Just kidding. It's funny. All right. Let's have a look at her. I'm a little greasy here. No way. Yeah, I was just kidding. That way. There. Flamey swamp ash. Little 5-ish by 2-ish guy. Yeah. There we go. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I'm just kidding. Wood and metal and stuff. Paul. We had similar ideas when we named ours. Ourselves on YouTube. Ah, stupid chair. Don't start. Don't start on the chair. Oh, okay. What did I miss? Nice bowl. M&M's. This perfect little M&M bowl. Yep, good call. And never know what you're going to find until you get in. But we found some interesting things in this one. Some flame rippling through it. Some interesting grain over there. It's not really flaming. I don't know what to call that. Might be some like compression wood from under a limb in that section. But yeah, pleased with my little M&M bowl. Or Canadian Smarties. Not American Smarties. Don't put American Smarties in that bowl. They're abomination. Oh, what did I miss? Let's scroll back a little bit. Time for some cheap Amazon paper. Yeah, I guess I gotta restock on like the little hook and loop pads. Are carbide cutters nice? I like them for some things. That's how I start. Well, it's not how I started. When I started to know what I was doing, that's how I started. When I started, I was just using a bench chisel and a screwdriver, and I hurt myself. But yeah, I like the carbide for some things, like the inside walls. I'm not great with a bowl gouge, making that down cut and then sweep across. So I tend to thin out my walls with a carbide, with an easy wood carbide thing. I flatten off the bottom of things with my flat carbide. I do little detail work with my pointy tip carbide. Yeah, they have their place for sure. I'm bored now. No, I'm not. That was good. Just finish off the bowl that we started last week. And I've got a few more like little guy blanks like this to work through. Man, every time I go to the store, I can't help but like pick a couple up, and I haven't gotten through a couple since the last time I was there. So like I think I have like probably 40 bowl blanks. I need to get cutting. I booked the last week of the month before the market off work. So theoretically, after next week of work, I have like, how does that go? No, I don't. I've got 7 days of I can be in the shop and getting ready. And yet no cedar bowls. No cedar bowls, Megan. Because we're fighting for some reason. I've just decided now. It didn't sound Megan, not my fault. I have some cedar bowl blanks even. I got this like that one on the end. The yellow cedar with the walnut stripe. I've got another like 4 of those. Now I have some cedar pen blanks. I don't have a big cedar that I can make like a chip and dip for you though. But you were asking me if I was going to be taking Christmas orders. And I said it depends whether or not I get inventory built up enough for market. And that is still the case. But it's looking more likely. Now that I've got 30 pen blanks prepped, well, 36 or 38 pen blanks prepped that I can get through in a relatively short order, I think. Might be able to do that chip and dip to order for you around the end of November. Can't eat Cheetos out of a pen. Not with that attitude. Got the first support beam in for the shop. Yeah. Shop build. Oh. Should I get the guitar? Nah, I don't know. I talked myself out of that pretty quick. I don't know. Maybe we'll just hang out. Maybe we'll have a Lily hypothetical question because she's here, unless she fell asleep or left. She's like, "Oh, I remember why I stopped watching this show." Would have some of the floor built if it hadn't rained for 2 days. Oh, she's got, yes, Lily hypothetical question. Yay! Oh, I missed this so much. What do you got? Come on, come on, come on. You can send me a guitar to play. I have guitars. I just don't, sometimes I don't feel like it. But yeah, I mean, if you want to just, fire a guitar my way. I do like walnut. The pressure from coming up with the LHQ got to her and she had to take a few months off for stress leave. Okay, if you were to live in a Christmas movie for 2 nights, what would it be? I don't really like Christmas movies. 2 nights in a Christmas movie. See, my head first went to Die Hard, but I don't really want to be in a gunfight situation. I'm not a Grinch. I just most Christmas movies aren't good, Lily. Elf was good. Die Hard was good. I'm having trouble coming up with a third. I don't know. Ernest Saves Christmas. Do you mean Scrooged? Lenzen? Because Scrooged was actually good. Polar Express was a good movie, but the animation in it was a little creepy. Like, didn't you think like everybody was just a little bit off? Bad Santa was good. It was kind of a funny movie. I'm gonna go with Elf and be at the North Pole with all the elves. And yeah, because they looked like they were having fun and they were all happy. There's a little production line, kind of little corporate, but like they were in pretty good spirits about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Elf. And even if I was in New York in like Buddy O's apartment, like that's a nice apartment. what's his face? James Caan. That's a pretty nice apartment. I hang out with Zoe Deschanel and Will Ferrell. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Elf. Good question, though. I wish I'd liked more Christmas movies so I'd have more to choose from. Nightmare Before Christmas? Is it Christmas? Is it a Christmas movie or is it a Halloween movie about Christmas? It's a Christmas movie. And then that could be like claymation. Well, not really claymation, but like stop motion. I would like being a stop motion animation guy. Let's stick with Elf. New beer. Christmas music playing in the shop already? Oh. Everybody's allowed to like what they like. It's fine. Nightmare Before Christmas is a crossover movie. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's... But in terms of Christmas movies I like, it's on the list. Like, it's a pretty short list, so I want to add it to the list. Oh, that's nice. Another thing for the market table, I gotta turn all these pen blanks. Maybe some of Paul's new pen blanks. Ooh, that's a bright ass green, that one. Bright green spalted something. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be nice. And I do like these blue. The blue is a nice color. Hopefully, once I turn it and finish it, it'll stay that nice color. Yeah. Looking forward to getting back to spinning some more stabilized stuff. Maybe we'll do a pen week next week. Help me get through some of these. We'll premiere the GNOME video. And then we'll do some pens. Paul needs to send you a box of blanks too. Epoxy now, so make your own pen blanks with it. I want to get some of those like silicone pen blank molds. Because I think like the mold making and prepping process is the part of epoxy work that I don't like. So if I had some pre-built molds that you can pop stuff out of and then reuse, I would do more epoxy stuff. But like cutting up melamine and screwing it together and then waxing it or mold releasing it and then like siliconing and all that stuff, I just don't have any interest in doing all that prep work. So yeah, get some pen blank, like pre-made pen blank silicone molds and pre-made like coaster set sized silicone molds and stuff. I would do more epoxy work. You made silicone molds. Okay, hold on. Back up, Kyla. How do you make silicone? I guess you can buy like the mold making like goop and then just make some pen blank size pieces of wood and then mold those to make your own silicone molds. Why didn't I think of this? I should do that probably. The white UFMW, yeah, I could do that too. Make like just go buy some cheap cutting boards, cut it up and make molds out of. But I want the silicone because you can like pop it, like it's flexible and stuff. I'm gonna think on this because I would like to. Because if I just made, because it just make like a batch of pen blanks, and then before I prep them to make them into like pen blanks, just when they're still just cut out wood. Make a lineup of them and just pour a bunch of like silicone mold making goop on them. Is anybody seeing an obvious problem with this idea that I'm not seeing? You should tell me before I do it, because that stuff probably isn't cheap either. That like silicone mold stuff. Scott used HDPE to more. You have silicone kits. Not sure what brands you have over there. Use punctuation. I'm sure you can get that like 2-part like silicone mold making stuff just from Amazon. Wait. Maybe turn one and see if you like it before you get that far in. Are you new here, Scott? We don't test the waters before we dive headfirst into things here at the Mike's Word and Things and Stuff shop. Okay? We decide what we want to do and then we do it. Like, did you see my like UFO table thing that I made? That's just an abomination. That I was like, hey, this might be neat. And then it just, but you know, I didn't draw it out or anything. I just returned the sea creature acrylic blanket. No, I have not. It scares me a little bit because you're all like, make sure you use a ton of CA glue and cut really slowly. And I'll get to it. Now that I have pen jaws that I trust, and they can go smaller than the PSI ones could. That was the problem with the other pen blanks that you sent, is that they weren't big enough for those pen blanks to fully grip onto. But now I got the one-ways, the spigot jaws, that'll close all the way in on those. So I can actually go smaller now. Don't want to see you go broke. I like coming here to give you crap. If you go broke, I'll go offline. What makes you think that I'm not broke? Like, are you under a misconception that You have to get Scott to send you the video of the mold making. There we go. Perfect. You also need to paint the tube before gluing. See, that's additional prep work. Maybe a pre-made silicone candle mold. Hey, maybe. I did look at like ice cube, like silicone ice cube trays that they make that are long and skinny. I don't know. All of Canada are rich peeps. Sure. We'll get it figured out. I might just buy a batch of that 2-part silicone mold stuff Peter Brown uses all the time. Watch one of his videos and then just go and just do it. And just make like a 10-pack of pen blank size chunks of wood. And just mold them in a line. Yeah. That sounds like next year me situation. Because this year me needs to get all my market stuff done. Get to these markets. I took one commission job for Christmas this year for a Christmas gift that somebody wanted me to make. I'm going to make a couple of my own Christmas gifts. Then we're up against the end of the year already. And I got to make a segmented bowl before the end of the year as well, because it was on my resolution list. And I want to complete my resolution list. I'm not going to complete my resolution. I'm going to complete my project resolution list at the very least. I'm not going to complete all 9 of my resolutions because I am not going to end up getting my shop wired by the end of the year. Make a mold out of pen legs and then turn it. It's been here since I started. Way back. When did I start? A couple years ago. I've been making a lot of YouTube videos over the last couple years. You gonna wire your shop yourself? Ooh, look at you. I am not an electricity guy. I don't trust myself to do it properly. And I have a wife and child who live here with me, and I will not wire things. I mean, I wire an outlet. Like, I wired an outlet to put in my range hood, but the power was already there. I just had to, like, attach it to an outlet and put it in the wall. But I won't be running conduit and stuff. Nope. Like, from the power box out to plugs. Nope. I'll hire somebody to do that. Long extension cord to the neighbors. I mean, I could run an extension cord from another room in the house and just at least have another circuit out here. Oh, I almost feel like getting the guitar now. Almost. Probably in a few more minutes I'll convince myself to go do it. 211 videos on my channel. That's a not insignificant number. Is that including the live ones? Because it's probably like 60 of those. When you're poor, you learn to do it yourself. Yeah, that's part of the problem with having so much money to just throw around. You just hire people to do stuff. It's also a business write-off. If I hire an electrician to come in and do it, it's a business expense. Grand total of $50 made. I was thinking about it the other day about how much money I've made from all the effort I've put into YouTube. It's not a lot. It's more than $50, but it's not a lot in relation to like how much effort it's been over the last 2.5 years. However, my shop vac unboxing video recently surpassed how much I spent on that shop vac. So I got a free shop vac by doing an unboxing video of that shop vac. YouTube money per hour. Oh, per hour of work put in? It wouldn't be in dollars. It would probably be, I think in terms of like per hour work, you'd be better off getting a newspaper route. Until you get enormous and you have sponsors and your videos get hundreds of thousands of views and stuff. Paper route can't go viral. You could do, here you go. You get a paper route, you do YouTube lives of you doing your paper route until you get monetized. It would take a while to get monetized, probably. You would probably get 1,000 subscribers very quickly on a paper route YouTube channel. Maybe people would watch you do a paper route. I don't know. It seems, people will watch anything. People watch this nonsense. Just this ugly bearded guy in his garage drinking beer. Like, let's go hang out there for a couple hours. People would watch someone do a paper route. It's pronounced root. I know. But you probably pronounce what, route? Either way. I think it's one of those, like, it could be pronounced either way kind of situations, and it depends on where you're from, maybe. All right. Poll. Poll time. Is it a paper route or a paper route? Watch this to put you to sleep. It's an ASMR channel. Yeah, all right. If my voice does it for you. Oh, that was a weird way to say that. How many subs now? 41-ish hundred. See, if you just type it, it doesn't actually tell me how you pronounce it. It's like a live action King of the Hill episode every week. 4.13, Pinnell says. I'll believe him. YouTube tells me I get about 130 a month on average. Root E. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Mike, you think you need a beard tarp? Your face needs a... No, that didn't work. It doesn't even work. I can't even do your face needs one of those because that... You have to believe him or you get muted. Not root, out. Okay, so everybody does route. Is it a Saskatchewan thing? Did I just grow up in a weird place that said root? Whatever. I'm going to say it how I want to say it. It's my show. Don't make me get sassy again. I was sassy last week. what was the guy's name that I was like, no, that dude clearly sucks because his name is weird. Goomis. What is it? No, yeah. Damien Goomis or something? Internet router. Yeah, router is different. Is a different thing than a paper route. Oliver Goomis. That was just... Oh, screw Oliver Goomis. Last week was fun, even though things went badly. We always have fun on this show. I don't know why I'm always surprised. Like, I hope I never stop being surprised that we have fun on this show. Because it's always the best night of my week. Oh. But hour 5. I don't know. Poll time again. Should I go get the guitar? I'll leave it up to you guys. Because at this point I could go either way. I could muddle around on the guitar, play some stuff, get demonetized, or I could just sit here and chill. Depends. Will you sing? Yeah, I will. You tell your wife that you like us better than her. She knows that. That was funny. It's been profitable for you too. You want a custom grit set. That's true. Play an instrument that won't get you demonetized. I honestly, getting demonetized for an episode of this show is not gonna... I'm not gonna not make my mortgage payment because I did get demonetized on my live show. Ooh, that's a good point. Maybe that Lily just doesn't want to say that the whole family stopped coming because I started playing music on the show. It was around that time, I think, that they stopped coming. It was when I started playing music on the show. The phone just gave me the notice for your premiere we already watched. Stupid YouTube. One super chat will remonetize it. I wonder about that. If I get If I get super chats during a demonetized show, do those people get my super chat money? Like, does Pink Floyd get my super chat money for that episode that I played Wish You Were Here? Because they're taking all of my money from that show. Do they take my super chat too? It's because you like Coke more than Pepsi. Well, that's a terrible friend reason. That makes you a terrible friend to use that as a reason to not show up at my show. Now we're fighting. Because yeah, that's it. Now we're fighting. We weren't before. But you stopped coming to my show because I like Coke instead of Pepsi, and that makes you a bad friend. And honestly, I also can't tell if people actually think, if the people that show up here actually think that Pepsi's better than Coke, or they just know that it bothers me that people like Pepsi better than Coke, so they say that they like Pepsi more than Coke. I'm not sure these people actually have your back on this, Lily. I'm pretty sure they're only agreeing with you to disagree with me. Bud Light. Tim just chimes in with Bud Light. Prefer cherry Coke over cherry Pepsi. Oh, here we go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why they agree with you as long as they do. All right. All right. Better question I have is, does my Coke and Pepsi taste different to yours? I don't know. I've never had Australian Coke or Pepsi. How would I know that? I can't afford to go to Australia because I keep getting demonetized for playing music on my show. I'm never going to make it to Australia because Pink Floyd and Tragically Hip keep taking my YouTube money. Beer. How do they even know what you played? The algorithm finds it. It just like, it's built in. All the way over here, there for a beer. I went so far. It's not as funny if he's not here, though. I would have made the joke, but I haven't seen Jax. It's only really funny to make fun of Jax when Jax is here. I mean, no, that's not true. It's fun to make fun of Jax whenever, but it's funnier if he's here. Maybe he's off kayak fishing with Chili. No, he's on the other side of the continent. Never mind. Probably not. Make fun of Kapla when he's here. It's true. But only... We're all just making fun of each other. And that's how you know that you're friends with somebody, is when you can keep making fun of each other and just keep coming back. Oh, is he on the day shift or whatever, Tyler? How do you fish for kayaks? I don't know. Ask Scott. He's off kayak fishing. You know what? I think what's happening is he's in a kayak fishing on water for like crazy big Australian fish. Like, I mean, you've seen their spiders, right? So like their fish have to be just crazy big. Like, is he off like fishing in a kayak for like spearfish or like tuna or something? Like, you guys must have enormous fish down there. Isn't it winter there now? No, it's summer down there. They're on the other side. They're on the south. Learn geography. It's actually probably still spring technically, but Barras and Saratogas. Like Saratoga is a fish. It's a racetrack up the street. I didn't know it was a fish. Do you use, when you fish in Australia, do you use huntsman spiders as the bait? You just like this giant huntsman spider on the end of your hook and you just. The kayak has a little motor. It's supposed to be spring, but it's summer. Okay. Kayak has a little motor? Is it even a kayak still then? It's a good question. I still haven't figured out if my lathe cabinet is a cabinet or a rack. So, is a kayak if it has a motor? Is a cabinet without doors? These are the eternal questions of our time, people. Like, is his kayak named the Kayak? Has he named his kayak? You spray them and wash them with a shoe. What? What are we even talking about now? What are you spraying and washing with a shoe? And how do you wash something with a shoe? Oh, you swash them with a shoe. What does swash mean? Is that another one of those crazy Australian words? What does swashing something mean? Are new socks better than used socks? Yeah, obviously. There's like few things better in the world than putting on new socks. We've had that talk before about new socks, new sheets, new pillowcases. Squash. Stupid phone. Oh, the phone changed it from. Hold on. What are we talking about? Spray them and squash them with a shoe. So now we're talking about the huntsmans again. You're supposed to catch them and give them a chili to use as fishing bait for the Saratogas. So he can catch Saratogas with huntsmans in his kayak with a motor. Well, nobody said to go get the guitar, so I'm not going to get the guitar. Socks you lose in the dryer come back as Tupperware lids that don't fit any of your containers. Yeah. So where do the Tupperware lids that go that you like end up with all the Tupperware bottoms and none of the lids? Where do those go? Question: have you ever listened to Greta Van Fleet? I have heard a few of the Greta Van Fleets. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I enjoy the music. I couldn't name any of their songs, but I have heard them and I enjoy them. Kind of, it's almost like they have sort of reimagined rock and roll and done like a throwback to Zeppelin. Like it's not, they remind me of Quadra Sound, which nobody except me here will know. But yeah, they're very much like reclaiming that old rock sound that some of us miss. They kind of sound like Led Zeppelin. That's what I just said. Oh, there's a delay. Yeah, they're hearkening back to Zeppelin and that old school kind of rock sound that some of us miss, and that's a similar thing that Quadra Sound is doing here on Vancouver Island, actually. Um, any moose walking through your yard? Spell through properly. News yesterday said they're a problem up there. Moose are not a problem here. No. Under the bottom drawers when we moved into this house, I took the drawers out and found Tupperware lids, like from the last people in the house. I see 40-10. Is Florida stuck this year? Or is South Carolina actually really good? Because that's terrible. 40-10. I don't think I've ever seen Florida lose to anybody 40-10. That's probably not true. But I hear rumors that it's still mathematically possible for my Ducks to make the playoffs, depending on how everybody else does, even with their one loss. I'm not going to talk about college football. Let's move on to something else that more people are invested in. It's a glass half full or empty statement. No, I don't want to talk about hockey either, even though my Oilers are off to the best start in many decades, I think. We don't need to keep talking at all. We could just be done. Where do you get good quality sandpaper? I honestly, all this talk that's been going around lately about sandpaper quality testing and stuff, I don't get it. Like, I know, okay, so like Jonathan Katz-Moses did like some fantastic like scientific reviews of sandpaper, and he like categorized and he ranked them by like grams of material removed per spin, and just like all, like it went super deep into this thing. But like when you're talking about, I don't know, for me it's like buy the sandpaper that's convenient to buy and use it until it's done and then move on to something else. It's like it's really not that, unless you're in a production shop that's cranking through thousands and thousands of sheets of sandpaper. Just buy whatever sandpaper is handy and convenient for you. I use Cling Spore. I buy them by the 100 box for $50. Sometimes they go on sale, like buy one get one free, and then I'll buy like 4 different grits. I'll buy 100 pack of Cling Spore hook and loop. So 50 cents a sheet. So even if I go through like 80, 150, 240, 320, and I use those on a project, that's $2 worth of sandpaper that I've put into that project. It's, I don't know, it's a cost of making stuff. You know, I'm not going to be like, it's like glue. Like, you know, like glue just costs what it costs. You buy glue and you use it and you incorporate it into the cost of the stuff that you make. I don't know. Sandpaper mesh will change your mind. Maybe. But I also don't connect to dust collection when I'm sanding. So will it? My understanding is the benefit of mesh is that it gives better dust collection, removing the dust from the surface of the thing. I don't do that anyway, so I don't know. All right, Waldrop's going to bed. Got to go be in the shop early tomorrow, crushing out guitars because he's one of the world's most popular guitar makers right now. And good on you, Paul. Congratulations on that. Try to remember it, okay? Lasts like 25 times as long. Okay. Maybe. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I've been proven wrong on stuff before. I have been wrong. I've admitted to being wrong. I can't see it making that big of a difference for the way that I work. If I was running a production shop, yeah, I'd be watching my pennies on every piece of sandpaper. But I make 10 or 15 projects a year, plus turning and stuff. Like, I don't go through $100 worth of sandpaper a year. So I don't know. I made the switch to the mesh paper. You like it more and don't have dust collection either. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll try it. I mean, I've got relatively fresh 100 packs of Klingspor. So I'm not going to rush out and try something else. Maybe next time I go buy sandpaper, I'll buy something else and see if it changes my mind. But I don't do that much sanding. So I don't see where the benefit's going to be. Custom grit solves all the problems. I don't know if I go that far. I don't think you could go from 80 grit to custom grit and have it be a good result. Maybe I should try that sometime. Just go straight from 80 grit to buffing custom grit into something and see. I'm never gonna do that. It's a fun thought though. Switch because it seems to cut down on sanding time, but that could just be you. Maybe it does, but I don't have that much sanding time anyway. Like I don't sand for that long. I don't use that much sandpaper. So I think even if the sandpaper lasted a whole ton longer and it cut a whole ton quicker, I might go from spending $80 a year on sandpaper to $70 a year on sandpaper. And I might go from sanding for an hour a year to 50 minutes a year. Like, I don't know that it's worth worrying about, is what I'm saying. If you want a matte finish on resin, that's what I don't know if I wouldn't call it matte, but it's certainly satin. The charcuterie boards that we watched the premiere of tonight, I would call that a satin finish. That's not a glossy finish. But I sanded this to damn. I think I only went up to 240 before I did custom grit on this. So that's sort of a satin finish. I would call that a satin finish on epoxy. Going to 240 and then custom grit. So I haven't mailed those out either. Well, who am I going to mail them to? They're mine. What do you mean mail them out? Yahoo station, to get the mirror finish, you need to sand up to 2,000 plus. That was a good sentence. Yahoo Station. That sounds like a cool band. Yahoo Station. Is the kayak called a Yahoo Station? Just stay with what you like. Sand way more than I'd say. I mean, do what works for you. Maybe I'll try something else. Klingspor is what is my local tool shop deals in Klingspor. So when I don't have to order it. I can just run downtown and get a 50 pack, 100 pack. What are these things? 100 pack, I think, of Klingspor, and just restock. Some guys Santa 3,000 to 4,000 before using. Yeah, I didn't want like a super glossy, like glass looking thing. I want it to look like wood and resin. Like, and it's plenty smooth. And like it's still translucent, like the light still looks awesome through it. I don't know if you guys. It's not really gonna. When they want clear and shiny. Yeah, see, if I was going for like a glassy look, then sure. But you giving one away tonight? Sure not. That's I'm gonna have to sell that thing for $160 to break even on it. Epoxy's expensive. If he was, I would be getting it. Capula says no, probably Beckham. Let's be honest. If I was doing a draw for a charcuterie board tonight, probably Beckham. Oh, that's an hour and a half, though. Should we have another beer, or should we wrap it up? I think I just kind of want to wrap it up. Not that I don't love hanging out with you guys, but I think I want today to be over. I had a nice big busy day at work, and we finished our flamed swamp ash thing from last week, which I'm happy about. We did a live premiere before the show. That's pretty good. Let's wrap it up. Thank you all once again for coming. I really appreciate it. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll do another premiere before the show next week. We'll do the gnomes. Bye for now. Go make something in the shop this week. I want to hear next week when I ask you what's everybody been making. I want everybody to have something to say. Bye for now. Thank you. Welcome back to the Atkins Whites.